The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. Vampire Stream. The Stream King has returned. Doing a quick meditation. But we back on the Vampire Stream. You know, we're going to start in just 1 second because it's going to be choppy. Because I'm transferring some files on my computer. But we about to talk about it. Arrow the Truth Spence Jr. Man down and Terrence Crawford. They met face to face. Let's talk about it. I'll be back in a minute or two on the Vampire Stream. Beware. The Vampire Stream. We got a channel member. Everybody give it up to Anthony Wheeler. Oh, we got to talk about it, people. Man, YouTube is fucking up. It says 52 people watching. They lying. We run boxing, goddammit. Listen. Shout out to a good fight. Mauricio Maurice Hooker, Alex Saucedo, very good for a Friday, you know, just a random Friday fight. Me, I've been keeping it low key because out here in California, the smog is crazy from all these fires. You know, I feel real bad for everybody going through it, displaced. A lot of people in Paradise and Malibu and, you know, just Chico. Different people have been displaced and properties burned down. So I send my regards and condolences. But I'm about to get a respirator mask. It's crazy out here. Like, it just, like, it looks like shit. I went, you know, driving deeper into the bay today. I had to pick up something, and it was just horrific smoke. It looks just like straight fog and pollution, you know. So I just kicked back and watched some boxing. You know, I'm not trying to be out in there. I got real sick around this time last year, you know. And it had me down for a minute. So, you know, I'm taking it easy. But I watched the fight. Very good for a Friday fight. Smash the like button, man. YouTube tripping. Smash the like button. We working on the vampire stream. We building us. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all this gem before we get in. This has nothing to do with boxing. More so to do with life. If you have the opportunity, be your own boss. Start your own business. Sacrifice now so you could reap the benefits later. That's what I do. You know, I could go out, you know, go to the local bar and kick it with people. I don't give a fuck about that right now. I've already done that. See, and the great thing about me is I got a lot of the, you know, just the partying, being out, nightlife and shit. We've been doing that. That's old shit. We was doing that in high school, you know, fake IDs and all types of stuff, you know. So I got that. Luckily, I got that out of my system, like going to clubs and bars. Now we doing something bigger. The boxing ego. Ego's army. We gonna grow that. So if you guys can, I'm telling you, sacrifice the temporary, quick pleasures for the long term. You'll be so happy, you know. Going out, you know, just doing stuff. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying be a hermit. But work hard. And, you know, you got to just have priorities. I just felt like saying that. So take it for what it's worth. But sacrifice, you know, just quick satisfaction for long term. Like set yourself up. Like this is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, chess, not checkers. Make the right moves now so you reap. Anthony Willis says to prioritize. That's exactly it. It is that. You better prioritize your ass off. Determined. Seeing that, I see me too. Do that with people you surround yourself. See, I don't like toxic people. You know, people who are just, you know, there's no point in them being there. You know, I don't deal with leeches. I deal with mutually beneficial relationships. No matter what the type of, not just girlfriend. I'm talking about anything. It has to be mutually beneficial. You know, keep your circle small. Focus on the right things. And prioritize your ass off. You know, that's how you make it. What we doing over here is I can't even quantify. I can't even put into words. But it's only getting bigger. And I appreciate y'all for that. Now, Friday fights, some real good fights. Well, actually, I can't even say that because I only watched the main event. But that was real good. I enjoyed it. Maurice Hooker, you know, we go. Let me get into what I know y'all want to talk about. No disrespect to Hooker and Alex Saucedo, but I did a post-fight video on that. You can check that. We'll talk about it some more, but let's talk about fuck it, you know, just like ego quick hits. Boxing ego quick, you know, we just cut the fat. Let's jump into it. Terrence Crawford versus Spence. A lot of people feel a different type of way. I gave my detailed thoughts on my channel. Smash the like button. Check those videos out. Ain't nobody ducking nobody. That is what it is. I got so much respect for Terrence Crawford, and I got so much respect for Spence. If you're a boxing fan, you don't respect these two, then I don't know what you're looking for. You know, I don't know what your standard is. I don't know what greatness is to you. I don't know what hunger is to you. I can't, you know, be responsible for for everybody's thought process. But I respect the fuck out of both. Nobody's ducking nobody. I see a lot of fans, they don't even come close to understanding and realizing what these fighters do, how hard it is to be a fighter, you know. Never stepped in the gym, don't know no fighters, don't fight themselves, don't, you know, just different stuff. So they're quick to say these fucking customary words and shit, cherry picking, and this guy's a bum, and, you know, they just loosely throw this shit out. So-and-so duck. We know what a duck looks like, and it ain't that. It ain't Crawford. Crawford pulled up looking for smoke. Errol Spence with the smoke. You know, ain't nobody ducking. I don't see a duck there. You know, I seen as much of this unfold as needed. I seen, shout out to Ellie, but ES News got some exclusive videos. Bob Arum was there, Errol Spence was there, Terrence Crawford. They was going back and forth. You know, people trying to pick sides and say, like, so and so did this, and say, man, there ain't nobody duck. I ain't see no duck. Listen, you got to understand, when you've been around some real life shit, you know what it is. Shout out to Icy the One. We got a super chat, $5 shmoney gang. I got Spence for the fight. Got to support my Texans. But if Crawford wins, that makes him a bad man. He's easily #1 pound for pound after that. Same for Mikey. Oh, yeah. Mikey's definitely, because he's challenging himself, going out of his comfort zone, 2-weight division. So he should be breaking everyone's pound for pound list if he pulls it off and convincingly beats Errol Spence in the upset, you know, because I don't think he's the favorite. But this ain't no duck. You know, people are saying whatever. Oh, but someone said, a comment I seen, they said that Spence ducked Crawford on tape. And I'm like, what? Where? I know we watched the same tape because you talking about he said, you know, on Ellie's stuff. There was no duck. That's what I'm saying. Fans need to just be fans. Some of you guys have no, like, you know, real connection to the game other than the passion of being a fan, you know, which is cool because I started out like that too. But some people don't know the inner workings of boxing. That's not how you negotiate a fight. Sure, it's fun. I loved it. I thought it was great. You know, it was good to see Terrence Crawford going, you know, Crawford was on his Tupac shit. He spoke his mind. I respect that. You know, Errol Spence, he took some jabs, and, you know, it was all fun. That WWE, I love that, you know. But that's not how fights are made. You know, just Ellie filming in front of Bob Arum, no contracts, no representation for Errol Spence. You know, Bob Arum and Crawford's people, because it was a top rank card, his representation's there, but Errol has no Al Heyman, no Sam Watson, no, you know what I'm saying? That's not how fucking fights happen. So, first of all, get that through your head. That's not how a fight would manifest. Again, from what I've seen in this game, the fights that aren't talked about in negotiations, those are the fights that have the better chance of happening. You dig? Like, you know, the fights that the negotiations aren't super public, like Joshua Wilder, you've seen what the fuck happened. No fight this year. We knew all about every detail about the negotiations and who said what and who sent what and $50 million in counter offers and, you know, this, that, and the third, and we still didn't get the fight. Meanwhile, I literally remember this to this day. I was minding my own business, and I looked on Twitter, and people were blowing me up. And it was like, because I've been doing this boxing longer than some people even realize, you know. But anyway, it was Floyd Mayweather. He had tweeted, he's like, I'm fighting Canelo Mexican Independence Day weekend. He just tweeted it randomly. And nobody really had publicized heavily that they were even fully negotiating. You get what I'm saying? And it just happened just like that. But meanwhile, Wilder, Joshua, and other fights where we knew every detail of every aspect of negotiations, nothing even materialized. So it's fun. I never take that away. I enjoyed seeing it. I would rather keep me curious and shit, but the fight doesn't get made like that. You know, motherfuckers got their iPhones and Instagram lives and shit. That's not how it would happen. Errol Spence has no representation. And, you know, it's more of a formal setting, over coffee in somebody's office type of shit. So, you know, it is what it is. It was fun. And that's it. But nobody ducked nobody. How you duck somebody with no offer. You see how stupid that sound? How the fuck you duck somebody and there's no contract? Like what? And it's no like, not even like let's say Luis King Kong Ortiz. There was no contract necessarily pinned up, but Luis Ortiz says, come fight on Wilder Fury and come get this smoke to Dillian White. And then Dillian White said, no, we already got a UK date. And he said, all right, I'll see you then. You know, let's fight. I'll come to the UK and fight you. And then nothing happens. So that's a little bit different. You know, so you guys have to use reason. Yeah, definitely smash the like button. We working. You know, something light. Something light. Listen, somebody tried to tell me, I'm about to, see, I know I be hurting people's feelings. That's why they be in their feelings and get so mad at me. Because I speak my mind, and they don't like that. They don't like that we getting stronger. We getting more channel members. We done the livest gates. We got the most super chats. We getting the consistent viewership. You know, I understand why they mad. But one thing is, I know I'll be hurting people's feelings because I make you think in a way that some people don't want. They want to be dead set in their way, and logically it doesn't make sense. Here's another thing. The dude that said that Errol Spence ducked because he wants to fight Sean Porter. Slow it down. I just dished you. Listen, let's unpack this. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Spence and Crawford. I like them both, and I put most of you, so don't try no bullshit like that. Trying to, oh, you're just saying this because PBC. I've been to Crawford's last 6, 7, 8 fights. What the fuck is you talking about? I took the trip to Omaha, and please don't try that. When he was fighting Julius Ndongo, you know, when he was fighting Julius Ndongo in Lincoln, Nebraska, for all the marbles undisputed, your boy was there. There weren't many people that I see regularly from the media, and you know, I don't know why, but they didn't have. I was the only one with coverage that week. You know what I'm saying? Like with direct videos from live from the spot. They didn't send, like, people who send people to fights and stuff. They weren't there, you know, because I seen that nobody was having the videos. So don't try to play me. You ain't got enough stamps in your passport. But let's unpack that. You know, this is why they get mad. Let's unpack that. How is Sean Porter Errol Spence wanting to fight Sean Porter? The dude in the comment section said, aha, that's the aha moment. He says, see, Errol Spence ducked Sean, or he said he should fight Sean Porter first. So that's a duck. Let's unpack it. One, unifying, how the fuck is that a duck when you're still fighting? Because, like, no doubt about it, in my mind, Crawford versus Spence is the better and bigger fight that people are. See, I don't have to shuck and jive and make up a bunch of bullshit. In my mind, I want to see Crawford versus Spence more. Me personally, I think the public, by and large, probably wants to see the fight more too, over Sean Porter. However, one, Sean Porter is still a unification. You can't, just because you prefer to see this unification, you can't knock somebody for trying to unify. Case in point, slow it down. I just dished you. Listen, I'm so consistent. Here's what I'll tell you. You never once heard me angry at Anthony Joshua for fighting Joseph Parker. I never once said, oh, look at Joshua fighting Joseph Parker. Even though, you know, I've definitely wanted to see Joshua versus Wilder. I didn't criticize Joshua for fighting Parker. You know why? Because Parker, even though most people thought he was the weakest champ, is still a unification. So I can't just badmouth the fight and act like, oh, this is so stupid. It's a unification. But then when he got past Parker and unified that belt, and then he opted to fight a mandatory over a unification for undisputed. Now that's fair game. Because that's something different. A unification would trump your mandatory, a cheater in Alexander Povetkin. So we can't criticize Errol Spence for unifying, because the people that do, then you have to criticize. If Errol Spence, by fighting Sean Porter, is ducking Terrence Crawford, then that means Anthony Joshua, in unifying with Joseph Parker, is ducking Deontay Wilder. You can't have it both ways. See, so just like Errol Spence's nickname, I am the truth. I am the truth speaker. You can't have it both ways. So you got to take and pick and ride that one out. And we not doing that. Over here, that doesn't make sense. I'm not going to criticize a dude for being undisputed. Now, if you have like a fake version of a belt or some shit, like Triple G wanted to fight Rob Brandt, Ryota Murata instead of fighting Charles, that's a bit different. Because Triple G's 36, he's a silver medalist, and you fighting someone for like a secondary belt as opposed to what the WBC ordered you to fight, you know, which is the better and bigger fight. Do you guys get this? You guys see the difference? Sean Porter has a legit, the full regular WBC belt. Ugh. He has the full WB. He don't have a WBC Platinum Cisco belt. He don't have the WBC, you know, Drew Hill belt and the Shawn Michaels Intercontinental Sweet Chin Music belt. He got the full ass WBC strap, and promotionally they're on the same side of the fence. And it's a good fight. Crawford Spence, I understand people want to see that more, but you can't fault a guy for fighting another good fight that happens to have a full title like that. To me, that don't even make sense. Slow it down. I just dished you. Round 2. I respect the fuck out of Terrence Crawford, but I keep saying the same shit. Terrence Crawford is the newbie. He's a champion, but he's the newbie at the division. Do I think he'll have a lot of success there? Yes. I think he has a style where he'll fit just right in. But on paper, he still hasn't fought who Sean Porter has fought. So you can't, that's another reason. At welterweight, Sean Porter has a better resume than Terrence Crawford. Despite what any of us feel about Sean Porter, that's a fact. If anybody wants to argue that fact and tell me how in 2 fights Terrence Crawford has a better resume than an elite level welterweight with a ton more fights at welterweight, I would love for you to step up in the hot seat. I'll wait. Please take that argument. You will get filleted and souffled. Easy work. ASAP Rocky. Please step up in the hot seat and tell me that. And this is, again, so Crawford, I believe in my heart that he has all the potential in the world as long as he stays disciplined, as long as he but you can't ostracize Sean Porter and Spence when Sean Porter has a better fucking resume at the division they would fight, and he's a champion. If anybody wants to convince me that Terrence Crawford in only 2 fights has a better resume than somebody who has a pretty much a career with good names at welterweight, then step up in the hot seat. Please tell. I can't wait. I can't wait so you guys see how greasy I do them. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Ego Valley status. Please tell me. And this is coming from someone who respects the fuck out of Crawford. But I'm real. I respect the truth more than any individual fighter or scenario. The bottom line is Sean Porter has a better resume at the division. You know, and it could be, and it's not even a bad thing about Crawford. I'm not saying that if Terrence Crawford made his whole name in the welterweight division, then he probably, because he wants to fight everybody. You know, so he could have had the same resume. He just simply hasn't been there long enough to have a comparable resume. So I'm not even like bad mouthing Crawford. I'm just telling you the mere fact. He has 2 fights there. Somebody please tell me. So if you listen, you got to look at the implications of what people, this is like the bullshit that they be telling you. Like they'll say, oh, Ego's racist. Okay, what I say that was racist? Name one thing. All you got to do is name one thing. Name one thing I said that was racist. Oh, you can't? Then shut the fuck up. It's that simple. If the implications are that big, you're calling someone a racist, then you should be able to supply one racial comment, one racist comment that they said. Right? But you can't. So save that noise. Same thing with Terrence Crawford. Phenomenal fighter. You know, this is not a fight prediction video. This is just a reality video. He's new to the division. He has all the talent in the world. Sean Porter has a better resume as of right now. If anyone wants to argue, you know the hot seat rules. You please tell me how Terrence Crawford has a better welterweight resume than Sean Porter. I would love to hear it. You will lose Every day of the week. Any day that ends in a Y, you're going to lose. Reason being is because he only has 2 fights versus Sean Porter has several fights, all of his fights. And Sean Porter fought notable names. It's that simple. Any black person not shaming other black people are racist. Yeah, but they don't say nothing. They never tell you what you said that was racist. So fuck them. Real brother said they don't want no smoke. I'm asking. Everyone want to talk about who's ducking who, but everyone's ducking the hot seat. Step up. If you're of the mindset that Errol Spence, if he beats Mikey Garcia and then attempts to go after Sean Porter, he's ducking, then you would have to justify and explain what I'm asking you, and tell me how Terrence Crawford has a better resume than Sean Porter. It's that simple. I don't care. See, the only thing they could do is say, oh, but Sean Porter, I don't like the way he fight. I don't care what you like. Because a lot of people don't like the way Floyd fight, but he's the best at it. So I don't care about if you don't like this style or it's not your cup of tea or you think Sean Porter's ducking. None of that answers the question. Answer the basic question. Who has a better welterweight resume? It's that simple. I don't care who you like. I don't care people's height. I don't care who you think is ducking or scared. Answer that question. Who has a better resume at welterweight? Porter, exactly. And if anybody disagree, I feel like Shonuff. Remember when Shonuff was in the movie theater? And they're like, why don't you shut up? And he's like, yeah. Anybody want me to shut up? Come down and make me shut up. Yeah. That's what I feel like, trying to get someone in the hot seat. Who has a better resume? If you're going to accuse Errol Spence, if he were to fight Porter, a unification for a real belt, if you're going to accuse him of ducking, and then you have to explain and answer this question. Who has a better resume at welterweight? How do you duck somebody and fight somebody who's more accomplished at that division? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And again, the only thing you could do is a bunch of hyperbole. You know, like speculation. We speculate that Crawford is the nicest at welterweight, or he's the biggest challenge for Errol Spence. Me too. I'm guilty of it too. I think he is. But it hasn't been proven on paper. We haven't even seen Crawford fight anybody that Sean Porter has fought. That, you know, like, or actually none. I can't think of any mutual opponent that they have. But what I mean is, look at Sean Porter's bet. Okay, Broner, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. Terrence Crawford hasn't fought any of those names. Those are all great names for Terrence Crawford. Not saying he can't beat them, but I haven't seen it. You know, even if we favor him to beat, we still haven't seen it. We seen Sean Porter give Keith Thurman a tough fight and arguably won. We watched that. We witnessed it. I was at Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia where he beat him. You know, it was a close fight, but judges gave it to him. They like what he did. I seen the Kell Brook fight. I haven't even seen Terrence Crawford at welterweight fight Kell Brook, fight Adrian Broner even. You get what I'm saying? So the only thing I could do is estimate, guesstimate. And we know that's not 100% right because Alex Saucedo tonight was supposed to beat Maurice Hooker from what I heard. That's what I heard. All right, you in the hot seat. See, I got to start picking on y'all, you know? He said Kenny Porter ducking, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Who has a better resume? That's what we talking about. You talking about your own narrative. Who has a better resume? Sean Porter or Terrence Crawford? At welterweight, who has a better resume? LT Green. We're going to get you right back on track. We're going to put you on the train tracks. And baby boy doing what daddy say. Okay, strike one. Who has a better resume at welterweight? Porter. Then what you talking about? You talking about so-and-so's ducking. What? Errol Spence is fighting Mikey Garcia. Porter's fighting Ugas, who's Spence's mandatory. Fuck is you talking about? What are you talking about? Sean Porter duck. How? How do you know that wasn't in the cards? They both are fighting other people. These dudes getting chewed up, man. Young garbage disposal. I'm putting these dudes in the garbage disposal. Because what you saying is trash. What you saying is trash. You know, okay, Sean Porter is ducking. But we don't really have proof of that. You know what I'm saying? At least right now with this, because Errol Spence is doing a big money fight with Mikey Garcia. So we don't really technically know that. You know? Because if I'm Errol, I'd rather fight Mikey Garcia first anyway. Get that AT&T Stadium money. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Why didn't he fight him next? Bro, so you could fight Mikey Garcia, who brings a whole different fan base and is a skilled fighter and was calling you out. Everybody, the networks liked it. Jerry Jones liked it, you know? Why does it have to be Sean Porter only? Why does it have to be ducking why does it have to be anybody ducking? Why can't, they're not fighting next. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all throw around loosely this whole ducking shit. This man about to fight AT&T Stadium in Texas against a Mexican fighter, Mexican-American, in a population that has a lot of Hispanic, Latino blood, a lot of black fans, a lot of Mexican fans, a lot of Mexican-American fans, a lot of white fans. You know, it's a big fight. It's a big event. What are you talking about? You can't just blame it. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all blame it on who y'all want to. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. You'll have no real evidence of that. You just blame it on the person you think based on, I guess, whatever. So you've already struck out. I'm gonna give you one last opportunity. So what proof do you have? Show receipts that Porter, he says, you know what, I'm fighting you guys. I was offered Spence, but I don't want it. I want to fight you guys. Let me know that. Because I haven't seen anything like that. So LT Green, he going to show us the proof in his last attempt. I got Kenny's number right now. You know, if it wasn't so late, I'd probably call him. I'm just saying, like, so you don't really know that. Steven Espinoza might be like, yo, we want that Spence Garcia. And then, you know, Mikey wanted it. He about that life. Spence about that life. So they put it together. You don't know that Sean Porter was offered to fight, and then he just said, fuck that. I want to fight you guys. The mandatory. So let me know what proof you have. See how these dudes be doing? They be accusing people of being on steroids and shit with, like, absolutely no proof. Nothing really. He says it's the easiest fight to make. That's it. LT Green. That's what you came back with? You waited all that time to come back with that? Bro, that's your argument because Sean Porter says it's the easiest fight to make. But once again, how do you know it's Sean Porter that pulled the string to get out of the Errol Spence fight? How do you know Al Heyman didn't say, oh, I want Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia? How do you know that wasn't the wave? You just looking crazy, bro. You should have waved the white flag. Now it's too late. So you talked to Al? You got Al number? Say something. LT Green, you got Al number? What's the number? You got him on speed dial? So once again, there's no clear-cut evidence. Like we see, that's why I said we all know what a duck looks like when it's there's enough public knowledge about what the fuck went on. We don't have enough public knowledge. I'm not saying Sean Porter ducked or didn't duck. I'm just saying there hasn't been enough evidence that came out that supplements that support, that says, yo, Sean Porter is the reason the Spence fight didn't happen. Errol Spence got a deep ass voice. The motherfucker sound like Mufasa. Simba, you mustn't go into the Pride Lands. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. I was like, oh shit, Al. They got Al, that motherfucker Al had that Darth Vader. He had that auto-tune on his shit. I was like, damn, that's how you know you got power. When your voice just come in with a built-in auto-tune. That motherfucker got that T-Pain. Let me buy you a drink. Shawty wanna drink. Buy you a drink. Hey, that motherfucker Al got that auto-tune built into his throat. Pause. Hey, see, I heard him. See, Bob Arum talking about he don't exist. Motherfucker, I seen it. Oh, I didn't see it. I heard it. Okay, LT Green, you looking sloppy. You sloppy Joe out here. He says, I don't care what you say, bro. He want the fight. He can make the fight. Bro, you have not, you just outed yourself. You said, I don't care what you say. It's not about what I say. You have not shown us enough evidence that this is the case. You keep saying Sean Porter ducked, and then now you talking about, I'm asking you to show receipts. If he ducked, he ducked. Fine, cool. Show me that. So what you mean you don't care what I say? It don't have nothing to do with me. You looking sloppy out here. You sloppy Joe. You looking sloppy out here. Niggas looking like Larry Holmes, flabby as sick. You looking sloppy to Ego Valley. What you talking about? It's not about what I say. I'm asking you, since you know so much and you know about the duck. See, I can't show y'all because I would never put someone. I got Kenny's number. You know? So I'm just asking, tell me, how do you know? Hey, you said it was going to be easy, right? Bro, you got one more response and you got to make it snappy because we wasting too much time on you. Show receipts. That's all you got to do. If he's ducking, he's ducking. I'll be like, oh, wow. Whoo, smoking gun right there. I'll do like West Side Connection. I'm from the West too. And I'll bow down. But show me something. Tell him something, JoJo. Show me something. How you know that the direction wasn't just to build Errol Spence up versus Mikey Garcia at AT&T Stadium, turn him into a pay-per-view star, and then do a unification. I don't know that. And I know you don't know that because I have more connections in this game than you do. So if you do know and you have receipts, it's not about what I say. Show the receipts. Pull out the smoking gun right now so we can move on. LT, where's the smoking gun? I told you, you guys just fling around loosely these words. Oh, so-and-so's ducking. Hey, block it. Hold on. Do it. Listen, we got to do a roll call. We need some justice out here. Do I have any shooters in the building right now? We got to get some ground rules going. Shooters, announce yourself. LT Green got to go. Do we have any shooters or am I dolo? Okay. James Souza, clap LT Green. IMO, shout out to Marquise Fleming. He said ego, $5, whole lot. Oh my gosh. LT Green is gone. We had to get rid of him. Okay, IMO, in my opinion or whatever, he says Spence ducking. Okay, show receipts. How did he duck with no contract? With no formal negotiations? Let me know. What did he duck? How you duck some shit? That's like me saying, oh yeah, Errol Spence got fired from Taco Bell. Like, oh, I didn't know Errol Spence worked at Taco Bell. He didn't. Like, this doesn't even make sense. How you get fired from a job you don't have? In my opinion, you got one response. How did he duck? What did he, where's the duck? Okay, Jones Sosa, you can get it too. All y'all get it the same. Jones Sosa, one of y'all got to talk. You know, I got to press y'all like first 48. One of y'all got to talk. Spence is ducking Crawford. Great. How did he duck him? Please let me know. What did he duck? Because he said he's going to go after Sean Porter? How's that a duck? All right, Jones Sosa, I'm going to do a 2-for-1 special. And IMO, one of y'all got 15, y'all both got 15 seconds to respond. The game don't wait. Bob Arum was calling to make the fight. Who did he call? He said Bob Arum said Al Heyman didn't even exist. So who did he call? And he also said that Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence wouldn't happen. So had he really made a call to make Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, then he would have knew that they were in the process of working on Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence, which was announced. Get him out of here. Or Jones, Sosa, get them out of here. That was pitiful. Come back under an alias. He said Bob Arum was calling to make the fight. But Bob Arum was also the person that said that Mikey and Errol Spence weren't going to fight. So why did he say that they weren't going to fight and Al Haymon don't exist when Al Haymon does exist and he is fighting Mikey Garcia? You see, I see the one. They're already gone. Spence ass ducking clearly. Okay, get rid of IMO. You see, we just cleaned the house. You keep saying he's ducking. We heard you the first time and then you didn't elaborate. IMO can go. We gonna have fun tonight. Keep saying the dumb shit. Listen, if he's ducking, that's fine. Show receipts. That's all y'all gotta do. I don't give a fuck if he's ducking or not. My channel still grows. These motherfuckers be, oh, he's ducking. Okay, show receipt. He's ducking, duck, duck, goose. Playing games. Show receipt. All you have to do is show receipt. Shout out to Chirac, man. 312. Get it. Like I said, they just want to fling around. See, they used to. That's why they get mad when they get rejected and blocked, because they're used to just being able to be on any forum openly with no ramifications or no recourse. They could just say whatever the fuck, but then we have actual rules here. You know, we got Fight Club rules. You're not going to just be polluting up my comment section with stupid shit with no proof. And that's why they get mad. Oh, fucking ego. All he does is block you if you disagree. Has nothing to do with if you disagree. Has something to do with prove what you say. That's all y'all got to do. Just prove what you say. You see how hard it is for them? Each and every time, these motherfuckers just be lying. Bob Arum made a call. How the fuck you know? Who are you in this game? You know, you Lee Samuels, motherfucker. You got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who are you? You a random YouTuber with no face picture, you know, uploaded. And I'm supposed to believe that you have some intel about who Bob Arum calls behind closed doors. Listen, I've already said it. Terrence Crawford is a wonderful fighter. Terrific. He may be the best one at welterweight. Maybe it's Errol Spence. That's my honest opinion. It's between them two. You know, I haven't ducked or dodged or backed away from that statement. However, this is more of a chess. To me, this is more of a game of chess. And I think what Al Haymon and PBC are trying to do is they got control of the board, so they have more flexibility and more. They got more ways to promote Errol Spence, put him in good fights, keep him active, keep him sharp, and keep his star power growing whilst increasing his star power and becoming a champion with multiple belts. Top Rank and Bob Arum, they have nobody for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is too good of a fighter, so nobody's trying to see no Crawford versus Mike Alvarado. You know, something like that. Or Crawford versus like Ishmael, or, you know, some person that we don't know, you know. He's too good. So therefore, they have to keep publicly, you know, trying to call for the fights, even if they know they're not going to happen. So there's a built-in scapegoat there. You know, when Top Rank doesn't have much, they don't have a direction for him to go in. Listen, okay, this, man, I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings. I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings. Let me give you guys a hypothetical, and I want y'all to be 100% honest. Can y'all do that? Just be 100% honest. That's all. This is the truth game. Let's play the truth game. And I'm not talking about Errol Spence. I'm talking about the real truth. Can y'all do that? If y'all can be honest and answer 100% correctly, can I get a hell yeah? And then we'll play the game. I got to make sure y'all being honest. You know, do I have y'all undivided attention? And All you got to do is be truthful when I ask these questions. If you plan to be truthful 100%, no games, then say hell yeah. You know, come on, keep it going. Keep it going. We run this game. Okay, I'll tell you. This is all hypothetical. I'm gonna map out maybe 4 or 5 fights that Errol Spence could logically fight within PBC. Right? All y'all gotta do is tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And come up with a similar list. This is all hypothetical. So this is just ego matchmakers. Okay, Mikey Garcia, because he hasn't fought him yet. So that's an easy, it's like if this was bingo, that's the free space. So he could fight Mikey Garcia. Hypothetically, let's say he gets past all these guys too and advances to the next person. Mikey Garcia, Luis Collazo, and let's say he wants to fight for a 3rd time this year, and it's Sean Porter. That's 3 fights. Then let's say at the top of the next year, let's say February 2020, Keith Thurman's back and ready to fight. That's 4. And then let's say Danny Garcia or Amir Khan has done something relevant at that time. That's 5. That is 5 fights that are reasonable. Mikey Garcia, Luis Collazo, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and then like a Danny Garcia or Amir Khan, right? Those are reasonable fights that could get made. Now you tell me 5 in-house fights that Terrence Crawford could fight between 2019 and 2020, and then you tell me who had the better run. That's it. Oh yeah, you could throw Omar Figueroa in there. John Molina. Well, let's say Omar Figueroa wins because that's a Texas fight. So that's 5 or 6 people that he can realistically fight. Now you name five opponents that Terrence Crawford could fight without Al Heyman people. You know, preferably in-house with Top Rank. And then you tell me who has the easier like path or schedule, or like the harder schedule, or whatever you want to call it. And this is just based on the chess pieces. I'm not saying Crawford will probably fight Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. He'll fight all of them. But I'm talking about realistic fights that could be made. Oh, yeah, and Pacquiao. Fuck, I forgot Pacquiao over there now, too. Okay, so that's 7. That's 7 realistic. That's 7 realistic fights for Errol Spence throughout the next 2 years. So now you tell me throughout the next 2 years, 5 to 7 realistic fights for Terrence Crawford over there with Top Rank. No PBC guys. Can't think of anyone. Shout out to my dude King fucking Corleone, man. Top shooter and battle rapper extraordinaire. Shout out to Maya. What's up? Pacquiao's with Al Heyman now, and he's at the end of his career. And I don't know if he's fucking with Top Rank like that anymore, because why didn't he re-sign with Top Rank after all these years? Okay, you said Rios, who is with Al Heyman / DAZN. Berto, who's with Al Heyman. Broner's with Al Heyman. And Kell Brooks, who's in between 54 and maybe 47. And he's with Eddie Hearn. Horrible list. Because there's no guarantee that all those fights could be made. You see how it got all quiet on the Western Front when the boy Ego makes a point? Because y'all know y'all can't answer what I'm saying. Listen, I'm saying the implications people are saying is Errol Spence is ducking. Like, he's taking the easier course, but he has a harder course of people that he can get through on his side. So that doesn't even make sense. Who can Crawford realistically fight? Mean Machine, Jose Benavidez 2, Mike Alvarado. You know, that doesn't make, you can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Name the guys he could fight. In-house guys he could fight. So I'm waiting. Y'all taking forever too. What's taking so long? He's already beaten the best guys probably over there that he could. You know, Jeff Horns with Duco events, but works with Top Rank. He already annihilated him. He already beat Victor Postal, plus Postal lost to Flanagan, and he's a 140 pounder. So nobody really wants to see him fight again. He already knocked out Thomas Delorme. So, you know, I don't know who Thomas Delorme is even with. I don't think he's with Mayweather Promotion anymore, but he already knocked him out at 40 in his first fight. So why would I want to see Thomas Delorme? Sean Porter's fighting Ugas. So, you know, if Ugas loses, Ugas or whatever, he's not going to be like really a name. Ray Robinson was a guy who beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs, but then he got knocked out by Ugas. So who, you know, I'm just being 100% real. Who can Crawford fight over there? You know, they're not, Top Rank ain't gonna put no fucking Lomachenko in there with him. I don't care how good he looks versus Pedraza. Book it. They're not gonna put Lomachenko in 2019 with Crawford. Jamal James is an Al Heyman fighter, and he already has a loss, and his claim to fame is Diego Chavez. I know my boxing. Al Heyman runs the welterweight division. You don't understand it. So even Jamal James, that has to go through fucking Al Heyman. This is like some King of New York shit. Some Christopher Walken shit. Al Heyman is the King of New York. Now, how come you guys didn't visit me in jail? Who wanted to see you in the cage, man? Regis Prograis is with Lou DiBella, who frequently works with Al Heyman. I don't know if he's advised by Al Heyman. Nonetheless, he's been targeting Jose Benavidez, and he's a 140 pounder, and he's in the World Boxing Super Series. So I'm not gonna say that's realistic, because what if he loses to Josh Taylor? We still got to see the outcome of that. You guys are struggling. Just admit it. Wave the white flag. I got this. The bottom line is Errol Spence has tougher fights on his side that are already ready-made. So how can you say Errol Spence is ducking if he goes on to fight Luis Collazo, who's a veteran, arguably beat Berto in his prime, arguably beat Ricky Hatton, you know, fought Shane Mosley, fought Amir Khan, beat Victor Ortiz by stoppage, you know, gave Keith Thurman the biggest scare of his career, you know? So if he gets past Mikey Garcia, which could be a tough fight, then he fought Collazo, then he unifies with Sean Porter, then he fights Keith Thurman when he's well and, you know, not Mr. Glass or whatever. Then how can you criticize that? All because of your selfish need of, you obviously want to see Spence versus Crawford the most. It doesn't work like that, because you can't criticize a guy for, he's still taking tough fight. If fucking, let's say Pacquiao stopped Broner, and then Errol Spence fought Pacquiao. How you going to say that's a cherry pick? But then Crawford will probably have to be forced to fight Jose Benavidez in a rematch, or like Mean Machine. That doesn't even make sense. And this has nothing to do with Crawford. Crawford is a wonderful fighter. I'm just talking about the reality of this political landscape. He doesn't have the welterweight picture on lock, his promotional outfit. That's what this is about. Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis is an awesome fight. So again, you can't. So how can you scrutinize the Errol Spence fighting PBC guys when they have tough fights for him? Danny Garcia is not no slouch. Danny Garcia has never been stopped. That is no easy fight for anybody in the welterweight picture. It's not even Pacquiao. Y'all dudes getting bodied, man. Call me when y'all got some better ammunition. You know, I'll be hitting y'all. Young kill shot. See, I force you to slow down and think about what you're saying. I love Terrence Crawford. He's a phenomenal fighter, but he's also on the side with less options. You know, because Crawford is so, he's like a Rigondeaux in the sense of he's so good people aren't good. They're gonna grow tired of him seeing, like, they're not gonna want to keep seeing him fight like John Molina, you know, that kind of guy. I went to that fight, so I didn't have a problem with it. But I'm saying, you know, as time goes on, they're not gonna want to see that because he's beating guys who are like should give him a tough fight, and he's just annihilating him. So they're gonna be like, you know, why we want to watch you fight John Molina? You know, Ruslan Provodnikov is done. Tim Bradley's his buddy, and he's done. Pacquiao left Top Rank. Jesse Vargas is with DAZN. Amir Khan's with Eddie Hearn, and he didn't even really look great in his last fight. Crawford already beat Jeff Horn. Who? I really don't know what they're gonna do with Terrence Crawford. Because I can't think of any compelling fight. Ruslan, like I said, he's done. Juan Manuel Marquez, that would have been dope, but he's done. What's his name? Mike Jones. He used to be with Top Rank, I think. He's not, you know, relevant in this current picture. The Vampire Stream. See, and that's fucked up. Move up to 154. Who's he going to fight there? The best fighters are still with Al Heyman, except for Jaime Munguia. But I don't even think he's the best out of that bunch. I like Jaime Munguia, but to me, Swift Jared Hurd and Jermell Charlo are the best. And Erislandy Lara, all Al Heyman fighters. That's what I'm saying. Al Heyman's the king of New York. Nothing goes down unless I'm involved, you know? He got divisions on lock. He just got a deep-ass stable. And if I'm lying, then please prove me wrong. Tell me. See, I know I'm not, because somebody. Okay, if people could prove you wrong, it would have been done already. I asked y'all 30 minutes ago to name 5 to 7. Name 2 years worth of fights that are realistic for Terrence Crawford that you could foresee right now as a matchmaker, and y'all can't do it. But I just did it with Errol Spence, and it's a solid schedule. It's not like a cherry picking ass schedule. It's not a weak schedule. It's not like a schedule of bums. That's a good schedule. Mikey Garcia, Pacquiao, Luis Collazo, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, you know, Omar Figueroa if he gets active and looks good. That's a World Kid Ali is with Golden Boy, and he's about to fight Mauricio Herrera on the Canelo versus Fielding card. But Saddam Ali, that's my dude, but he got knocked out. Who's going to want to see? He got knocked out by Jesse Vargas, and he got knocked out by big-ass Jaime Munguia. Who wants to see Crawford versus Saddam Ali right now? And besides, he's with Golden Boy. See? Y'all can't answer the question. Are y'all just wave the white flag? Jesse Vargas, he's coming off a draw with Thomas Delorme, and then another draw with Adrian Broner. Do you really want to see it? And Jesse Vargas is still advised by Al Heyman, and he's with DAZN. So it's still, you have to go through Al Heyman. What don't you understand? What, like, you guys can squirm. At that division, you got to see Al Heyman. This ain't middleweight. Okay, now, yeah, Konstantin Ponomarev. Where the fuck is he? Where's he even been? I used to see him on cards. I ain't seen him. And he ducked Errol Spence twice. So good luck with that. See, that's what I'm saying. So Terrence Crawford going to fight Konstantin Ponomarev. I don't even know where he's been. And he had 2 opportunities to fight Errol Spence, and he did. So that's what I'm saying. Errol Spence is going to end up fighting Japanese dudes like Floyd Mayweather, or just people who happen to be ranked within the WBO that people don't know. He gonna fight Tenshin or something, because that's gonna be the only thing he can get his hands on. And that's where the chess moves come in. That's where it comes in, because there's star building fights for Errol Spence. He's about to fight in fucking AT&T Stadium. Despite if Mikey's moving up or not, he's fighting at AT&T Stadium. Do you know how many fighters would dream to fight in a venue that big with fans like Texas has? King Corleone, tell him about Texas, man. So I surmise that Terrence Crawford, based on the availability, he's gonna have to fight a bunch of like mandatories within the WBO type of shit. I'm on the WBO's ranking. I got this shit right now. Hold on 1 second, yo. Yeah. Oh man. Where were we? Hold on. I gotta minimize this. Like I said, Al Heyman, look. This is WBO rankings. Look. WBO welterweight rankings. Who the fuck is Clayton? Do you see what I'm saying? Who the fuck is Clayton? Clayton Bigsby? Yeah. Black people, they think they're the best dancers with their wide nose having. I smell. Who the fuck is Clayton? This shit just say Clayton on the WB. See, this is what I'm talking about. The motherfucker don't. He a creative. What the fuck? That shit scared me. It says recognizing schizophrenia. Yeah, I'm schizophrenic, all right. But who the fuck? Hold on. Let me. Who the man? What the fuck? These stupid ass ads. They don't even have a picture. This motherfucker Build-A-Bear, creative player and shit. Who the fuck is Clayton? That motherfucker got that shit look like Michael Jordan cologne. That got a bald ass head. Fucking Mr. Clean silhouette. Who the fuck is Clayton? He said, I smell black people with the wide nose, breathing all the white man's air. They think they're the best dancers. Get them. Who the fuck is Clayton? That's Clayton Bigsby from Chappelle Show. I know some of y'all like, what the fuck is he talking about? Hey, bro, who the fuck is Clayton? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love Crawford, but does anyone want to see? This is the WBO's rankings, so it's not even really his fault. But who's trying to see Clayton Bigsby versus Crawford? Crawford gonna beat. That's how you know, bro. They already put up his rest in peace, like, eulogy and shit. They just took his picture down. That's no competition for. He from Canada. Yeah, I'd rather see, if it's gonna be a Canadian, I'd rather see Crawford versus Bret the Hitman Hart. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. You know, I'd rather see Bret Hart if he fighting Canadians. The Hart Foundation, rest in peace, Jim, the Anvil. You know, Owen Hart, British Bulldog. That's what I want to see. Who the fuck is Clayton though? Castillo Clayton from no. Oh, actually, I heard about this dude. That shit said Clayton. I thought that was his first name, Clayton Bigsby. Who the fuck is? Look at the WB. Varen Ariaza. Who is that? Fucking Brandon Lee, Kung Fu legend continue. Shonene. Hey, bro. Lajaraga. Who are these people? Santillion. This motherfucker Crawford gonna have to fight a reptile. You know who is Santillion? Those fucking Mortal Kombat ass names. Santillion. Finish him. Santillion wins. Who the fuck is Santillion? Fuck is y'all talking about? Like, hey, WBO, we gotta fix these rankings. Who is Santillion? Fuck is Santillion, finish him. Santillion wins. That shit sound like some X-Men shit. He fighting an X-Men mutant and shit. What y'all talking about, bro? See, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna end up having to fight those types of names that haven't made their way to America. You know, some of these guys are probably good fighters. I'm just fucking around, but Santillion wins. And I'm not blaming Crawford. It's just the reality of the situation. He's going to have to fight them. I never even heard of no Santillan. I cover boxing and talk about boxing on the daily. I've never heard of Santillan. So Clayton Bigsby, I smell air. I think they're the best dancers, breathing up all the man air. Remember he was at the Klan rally and they took the hood off and everyone was like, oh, and he was just looking hella dumb. Hey, Dave Chappelle is a fool. That shit was so funny. That Clayton Bigsby. Y'all gotta look it up if y'all don't know the Chappelle Show. Clayton Bigsby. Hey, look, I put Clayton in this shit. Came
One less nigger around. His commitment is that deep. Boy, we don't like your kind
Where?
around here. You better get out of here before something bad happens. That's right. That's right. Tell that nigger. See you, dirty nigger.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh my gosh. Please, Dave Chappelle is funny. That's right. He's like, get him, kill it. I'm sorry, that Clayton shit got me dying. Oh my God. Oh, he said, that's right, get him. I smell. Hey, Dave Chappelle is a comic genius. That shit was funny. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Come on, Clayton. We gotta go. Oh, thanks. There's a nigger around here. That dirty monkey.
Oh my God. Y'all gotta watch the Chappelle Show. This dude is a fool. But anyway, the black channels. Why do black channels make jokes? Can't we just talk about boxing? The black channel. Why do black? Oh my God. Hey, King Corleone. Hey, you a fool, bro. King Corleone is a fool. I'm sorry, y'all. This is funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I feel like Terrence Crawford is going to be relegated to having to fight obscure names like that. And that's because of the political landscape of boxing. You know, the chess pieces, shit like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's business. It's never nothing personal. It's always business. At the end, like, for example, I'm here for Ego's Army. I care about what we doing over here. It's not my job to make it easy on another YouTube channel. You know, I'm trying to get the machine rolling for this channel. That's just the reality of the situation. You know, I'm here to try to grow my brand. You know, and PBC is the same thing. Good fights can still happen with Errol Spence, but they're trying to build their fighter into a pay-per-view star and give him all of the tools to be the A-side over Terrence Crawford. Because here, you got to ask yourself this. If the roles were reversed, we're still playing the truth game, keep in mind. If the roles were reversed and Top Rank had all the key players at welterweight, do you think they would give Errol Spence a fight? I'm going to say it again. If the roles were reversed and Top Rank had all of the key players at welterweight, would they give Errol Spence an opportunity? So let's say Errol Spence was in the Crawford role. Errol Spence was the only dude with PBC and Al Heyman, right? All I ask y'all to do is vibe with me and be realistic. If Errol Spence was the black sheep, Chris Farley, David Spade, and he was the only guy that was a great fighter, undefeated, skilled, but he was with Al. Top Rank had Manny Pacquiao, Tim Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez, Terrence Crawford, Danny Garcia. Mikey Garcia was doing business with them instead of leaving. Luis Collazo, Omar Figueroa, Adrian Broner, Devin Alexander, Andre the Beast Berto, Keith One-Time Thurman. Do you honestly believe that Top Rank would extend an offer and open their arms graciously to the one fighter they don't have, which was Errol Spence, and put that one fighter that they don't have in against their top guy, like Manny Pacquiao or Terrence Crawford? No, it's not so much politics. This is basic. 2 + 2 = 4. Ronald Finkley said, hell no, they would milk it for all it's worth. Bob Arum, only one getting the big check. I'm asking y'all a real question. If Errol Spence was the odd man out, you see, everybody wants Al to show mercy. But this is business. Ain't no mercy. I'm not showing mercy. If my channel alleviates your channel, that's your fault. You should have worked harder. Like the bad guy said on Pastor 57, hey, I'm not going to try to stop you. You shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. This is business. This shit is cutthroat. This is Shark Tank. At the end of the day, I'm just keeping it real. Ellie don't care about how much views I'm getting. He's trying to get his own views. I'm trying to get my own views. And that's not disrespect. Ellie's my dude. Dapper, see him, it's good. But what I'm saying is this is business. Everybody's trying to further their own movement. Everybody, he hustles his way, I hustle my way. Like, everybody's trying to get to that pot of gold. That's reality. Ever play roulette? On occasion. Here's a word of advice. Always bet on black. Listen, it's just business. You got to understand it. And in my honest opinion, if Al Heyman was Errol Spence was the, welterweight star he had, but Top Rank had everybody else, historically, they wouldn't be fucking worried about giving Errol Spence a shot. Historically. Look at Pacquiao. Do you know how, Al Heyman been had Broner. Why? Okay, listen. See, now I'm really going to fuck y'all up. Smash the like button. We work it. Why is Pacquiao and Broner just now fighting? Because Pacquiao's on PBC now. Pacquiao was with Top Rank, signed the extension. It's up to my promoter, Bob Adam, right? So the whole time Pacquiao, it was up to his promoter. Why were we getting Tim Bradley 1 through fucking 17? Why didn't we get Bradley? Why didn't we get Bradley versus Broner? Brandon Rios versus Broner at that time? Because that was a hot fight at the time. Broner versus Brandon Rios. Why didn't we get Pacquiao versus Broner? Pacquiao versus Danny Garcia? Because he had his own moves and he had his own stable, and they preferred the in-house money in the in-house fight. It's that simple. And if I'm lying, then you prove that I'm lying. That's all I'm asking. Pacquiao could have been fought PBC guys. He could have fought Broner when he was undefeated, but he didn't. Broner moved up 2 weight classes, became a champion. Why didn't Pacquiao, after the Paulie Malignaggi fight, why didn't Top Rank, and Pacquiao was with Top Rank at that time, right? Why didn't Top Rank and reach out to Al Heyman and make Broner versus Pacquiao then? Or Tim Bradley versus Broner? Why? But now you want Al to show mercy. The advisor Al, the cancer to boxing. You want him to show mercy and be like, oh, you got to make it. Do what's right for boxing. Fuck out of here. That's not how this game works. Bob Arum and all these dudes, they do what they want to do and move the cards on the chessboard like they want to move. Eddie Hearn got his own plan for AJ. That's just the reality of it. But we've watched Top Rank. They had Ruslan Provodnikov versus Broner. You know, Danny Garcia versus Ruslan. Ruslan versus Errol Spence when he was just coming up. You know, why didn't Bob Arum make none of them fights? You know, every single time Pacquiao had a big fight from, like, you know, in the last 5 years, they would throw all these great names like, oh, Pacquiao might fight Amir Khan. He might fight Lucas Matisse, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Adrian Broner. And I'm like, wow, that sounds great. Or he might fight Bradley. And I'm like, I'm not really tripping off of Bradley Pacquiao again. But them other ones, those are on point. Matisse, Broner, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, and Pacquiao. I like that. You know, Crawford versus, even though he was on the same side. And guess what? Instead of fighting the one, there's be 5 names that were mentioned, and the one name that nobody wanted to see Pacquiao fight. Guess which one Top Rank would make? Pacquiao versus Bradley 3. No Pacquiao versus Broner at that time. No Pacquiao versus Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has been relevant. You know, Keith Thurman been calling out Pacquiao. I got the videos to prove it. Why didn't we ever get Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao? These guys have been relevant for a while now. So Pacquiao was with Top Rank up until the Matisse fight. You know, everything Jeff Horn and before, he had been with them for years. So how is it that Pacquiao gets released, or, you know, he's a free agent, then he fights Matisse? Finally fights Matisse. But Matisse had been mentioned from the 140 days. Back when he was a 140 pounder, he had been mentioned with Pacquiao, but he just never fought them. You know, then all of a sudden, when Top Rank's out of the equation, somehow Manny Pacquiao Promotions and Wonderboy get it together and put together a fight in Malaysia. You guys got to do the fucking math, man. I know y'all, some of y'all like to play dumb, but y'all can't be that dumb. You know, Pacquiao Promotions and Wonderboy put together a fight in Malaysia, but the whole time Pacquiao was with Top Rank, he kept talking about he fighting Amir Khan in Dubai and fighting so-and-so in Malaysia, and Matisse, he wants to fight him. Never happened. Never. Bob Arum would always say, oh, the investors never come up with the money, because he didn't want to make those fights. Because how is it that Pacquiao goes his own way outside of Top Rank? Now he gets Matisse. Now he's getting Broner in January. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. How come Pacquiao never fought Errol Spence? See, and then you got to ask these racist ass fans the same thing. The same energy you have for Terrence Crawford versus Spence, why didn't you have that energy for Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence? I'm talking about he became a champion after beating Jesse Vargas. So before he lost to Jeff Horn. Don't say because he's old now and he lost to Jeff Horn. Why didn't they say that? Why the same energy they have to see Spence versus, oh yeah, it's a great fight, make the fucking fight, Crawford, he wants to fight and Spence is ducking. Okay. Then why don't you have that same energy for Crawford to get the Pacquiao fight? For Spence to get the Pacquiao fight? I'll wait. Yeah, you didn't think it would be like that, did you, huh? Yeah. Okay, breathe. Breathe. I know it hurts, but you know what I'm saying is true. The same energy you have for Crawford versus Spence, where was that fucking energy for Pacquiao versus Spence? Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford, who was on the same fucking side at a point in time. What about, we'll take it to another division. What about Triple G versus Andre Ward? Where was that same energy? That best versus the best. It's all about the best versus the best. Yeah, brother. What happened to that energy? There ain't nobody in the hot seat. The world is my hot seat. I'm just killing y'all with facts. What happened? What happened to that same energy? See, me, round the clock, It don't matter if it's daylight savings time, leap year. I always want to see good fights, and I always push for the good fights. Them motherfuckers don't. These man fans and shit, they don't. They're selective. And you know, a lot of times you got to look at it. I'm talking about the racists. A lot of times it's when it's black on black, little black channel. They don't give a fuck because you could just sit back and watch, and you don't care who loses. You don't care who wins. If Errol Spence fights Terrence Crawford, and you're racist, or you have a favoritism, and it doesn't happen to coincidentally ever be a black fighter that you like, then who cares? You don't care. You just know it's a good fight, so you can sit back, eat popcorn and enjoy. And just enjoy it. It's always, it's been going on for years. I've always seen this shit. Like, they'll say some stupid shit like the Charlo brothers need to fight each other because they were both real good at 54. But why don't the Klitschko's have to fight each other? The Charlos need to fight each other. So them twin brothers got to fight each other, but Vitaly and Vladimir don't got to fight each other. Mayweather got to fight Erislandy Lara, but Canelo doesn't. And Mayweather beat Canelo. And Canelo's the guy who was the permanent resident at 154, 155. Let's talk about it. Free smoke. This is the free smoke session. We gonna hotbox you motherfuckers. Let's talk about it. So that same energy you have for Spence and Crawford now, all of a sudden, I want to see that energy for Triple G versus Charlo. That's a great fight. Canelo versus Charlo. Canelo versus Danny Jacobs. Canelo versus Boo Boo Andrade. You see how it's selective? Oh, Crawford's ducking. Oh, Spence is ducking. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the game too. Let's spread the love. They don't want to do that. Yeah. Sometimes you got to let it breathe. You think Camelot, I guess that's Canelo, could go back to 147? Oh, yeah. Oh, you said Canelo is autocorrect. Can Canelo go back to 147? Oh, yeah, he can go back in a body bag. Yeah, he can go back all right. Yeah, he'll go back all right. Motherfucker would look horrid. That motherfucker would look like Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. I like to move it. He would look terrible at 147. Yeah, if you want to see Canelo pass out at the weigh-in, yeah, he could go back. That motherfucker be starting to feel a little bit woozy here. That motherfucker, when it says finish him on Mortal Kombat and the character's just sitting there, that's Canelo on the scale at 147 at this point. That motherfucker be finish him. He would look horrible. He would look like Christian Bale and the Machinist doing all that. Hell no. Nah. Tom Hanks in Castaway. Motherfuckers. Hell no. Canelo can't make 147. Y'all, and why wouldn't he want to see it? Y'all complain with Floyd when he was 23 and Floyd fought him at a catchweight at 152. Who the fuck want to see Canelo at 150? That motherfucker's cheeks were. He looked like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. She puts the lotion on the skin. This is that's how Canelo. Like, why is Canelo moving so creepily? I was born. It'd be a whole different Canelo at 147. He'll look terrible at 147. He's just too big. He's too big. He had that malnutrition body, where they got the ET looking. All that shit is brittle and in the pot belly. Hi, I'm Sally Struthers. For only 1 meal a day, you could help Canelo Alvarez get back to his natural weight. And they'll show Canelo, hella flies around him and shit. He's just gonna look at the camera. He got the little eye boogers from when you first wake up. Canelo would look bad at 147. I'm trying to tell y'all. So it said to finish him wobble. Y'all want me to do it again? They be like, Canelo, and to the scale. He has to make 147 pounds. From Guadalajara, Mexico, Canelo. That motherfucker. Woo, woo. That man finish you. Canelo, don't ever go back to 147. You would die at 147. You would look horrible. He looked bad at the Liam Smith weigh-in. Because he's already fair-skinned. He already has, like, pale skin. He looked, like, translucent. And he looked mad. Go watch that. He looked mad because he probably was. That extra pound ain't no joke. So getting back from 54 to 47, Canelo would... He'll come out like Houdini with his legs missing. They be weighing him on 2 separate scales and shit. Just saw me in half and shit. He too big. The thing is, once you get older, your metabolism slows. It's just different. You know? Floyd always be eating pizza and shit and RC Cola and shit. He's like, yeah, I eat fast food. I eat Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. I don't give a fuck. Hey, the coldest part was when Floyd was drinking like a RC Cola on a speed bag, getting with it. These young boys can't beat me. Motherfucker was drinking a cola on the speed bag. I don't give a fuck. These young boys can't beat me. You know? Hey, he was tripping. Floyd be wildin'. Motherfucker was drinking on purpose. Floyd's a throwback fighter. Him and Pacquiao and B-Hop, they don't derive too much from... like, you never see Pacquiao like Ricky Hatton and shit. You never see him get that big. Like, Prince Nassim... You would never even tell, like, I love Prince Nassim. He was, like, one of the people got me into boxing. But you wouldn't be able to even tell he was a featherweight, lightning fast star. Because he looked like Kirby's Big Adventure now. He looked different. These young boys can't beat me. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Crawford, Spence, neither one of them's ducking each other. I don't see that. You know, they, like, you have to understand how people move. If someone's scared, Crawford definitely didn't seem scared. You know, he was talking shit like he normally does and competitive. But Errol Spence didn't seem scared either. He was like, man, I'll crush you. Man down. See, it kind of reminds me of battle rap. Some people like different things. Like, some people care more about the delivery and how aggressive you are with the bar, but you could say less. But then some people care more about the punchline. Like how clever, you know, so it just kind of depends on what you like. But I mean, neither one of them was like tucking their tail to me, like cowering down and acting intimidating. You know, and people are like trying to, there's just different styles. Like Errol, he was saying, he stood his ground. He said, like, I'll crush you, man down. Bob was saying Al Heyman don't exist. Like, you know, he was just, the Southern dudes are different. Boys from the South move a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because I have some partners from, Louisiana, Carolinas, Texas and shit. They never get too, I mean, I can't say never. Sometimes they get turned up, but it's just I don't know, Southern hospitality or something. It's like they're not too excitable. You feel what I'm saying? They're not too excitable. They're not going to do all like I knew dudes from Texas and shit. You play a new track for them, like they could really be feeling it, but they're not gonna be hit. Like in the Bay, motherfuckers. That's how it is in the Bay. Like we turn, like you know what I'm saying. Bro, feel me? This shit slap, bro. Like it's different in the Bay. But if you play a track for some dude in Texas, he'd be like, already that shit riding. Like that shit sounding trill. Like just cool. That's just like I think. Texas especially too. Like it just, you know what I think it is? The fucking heat. Texas is so fucking hot. You got to control your movement. You can't do nothing too crazy. Like doing all this, like too much. You be drenched. So I think Texas dudes learn how to chill the fuck out. Because you can't, that fucking heat, you finna die doing too much, too much movement and shit. Shout out to Real Brother 32. He said no wasted move. I'm telling you, bro. I don't even know. He's in some of these. He's like, yeah, I met you in Texas. It looked like that heat was whooping your ass, Ego. Like, damn. I was drenched. Like, I was just getting my camera shit ready. This shit was hot than a bit. Like, I'm like, oh, this shit outside too. I was doing Mortal Kombat. Oh my God, this shit. And I'm from Cali, so it gets hot out here, especially in like Sac and shit. Like, you know, I got a lot of family out in Sac. So we used to always go up there. But Texas heat is just like, it make you want to die. Put it this way, it was so hot. Like, I would take an Uber to like little plazas, and these buildings are hella big. Like everything, all these buildings are like ridiculously big. It'd be like something stupid, like just stupid big. But anyway, so I'm just in like little plazas walking, but they're big ass buildings, so you got to walk hella far down. So I'm not gonna get an Uber to go from one store to one store. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna tough this out. So I'm walking, and it's so fucking hot. This is how you know. Y'all want to know how I know it's hot in Texas? I'm gonna tell you. It's so fucking hot in Texas. You'll dip into a store that you don't even need to be at just because they got AC. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm in Lane Bryant, Vicky's Secret, just because they had AC. I'm like, oh shit, well, let's see what thongs they got on sale. Like, I got to get out this heat. I don't give a fuck what the store. It could be a furniture store, a home goods. Like, I'm just in there because I can't, bro. I was finna die out there. Like, you know, trying to make excuses why I don't got no kids. I'm in Babies R Us, you know, breaking into old Blockbuster video building. I had to get out that heat, bro. Like, real shit, real spit. I'm in old ass buildings, Sam Goody. Shit, let's see what's in here. That shit was hot, bro. I had to shake. I went there I think I went to Ross or Marshall's or some shit. And I was just in this plaza. I'm in all types of shit. You know, I'm in Chuck E. Cheese and shit. Like, fuck it. Maybe I should just give me some Chuck E. Cheese greasy pizza. Anything's better than this heat. Real talk, you know. I went in a fucking Sprint store. I got AT&T. That's how hot it was. I'm like, yeah, let me check out some new phones. Like, are you a Sprint customer? Nah. But I'm just trying to see. What you got unlocked? You got the iPhone XS unlocked? Okay. I'll just be over here. You got a case? You got a case for this? Motherfucker, I had to get out that heat. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm in the adult bookstore. Nah, actually, I plan to go to that motherfucker. That adult bookstore, you that shit. Nah, I'm just playing. Kind of. Man, I'm Hot Topic, Spencer Gill. I don't give a fuck. Like, y'all got some more black lights? I'm in a Halloween store, whatever the fuck was there. I'm in it. This shit. I just need that AC real quick. You know. Like, I'm telling you, don't play with that Texas heat. Like, I purposely didn't go outside until it was time to get the Uber to go to the fight, because you'll be drenched, like, just in the process. It's probably worse for out of towners because you got to acclimate to that bullshit. Now, I went to that Errol Spence weigh-in, motherfucker. I made weight. I'm like, damn, I'm down 9 pounds off this motherfucker. I made weight. I'm about to fight. Shit, that shit was hot. Yeah, y'all got that. Oh, Dubai's like, I got to go out to Dubai. That shit sound fun. Did Mississippi heat humid as fuck? No wind anywhere. That slave heat. He said that slave heat. Mm-hmm. That's why motherfuckers is humming hymns and shit. Like, I've been working on hey. Georgia. Motherfuckers, nothing else to do but to sing and make some beats and shit. Georgia. Georgia. That's how they be coming up with hits. Ain't shit else to do but you have to keep your mind off the heat, otherwise you die in that motherfucker. So you got to come up with a hook or something, a chorus. Like, God damn, it's hot. Let me take my mind off this heat. Georgia. Yeah, Texas had, at least when I went, it had that heat that make you feel like even if you just shower, you feel like you gotta take another shower, like that hot shit. Mexico's like that too. Mexico was fucked up. Like the weather, it was like hot as fuck but raining. Like when I went, it was like raining, like coming down, but it was hot. Like, what the fuck where am I? It felt like you had like two different places. That shit was raining hard, but hot as fuck. Like, man, this is that real tropical. I see how El Chapo escaped. That motherfucker escaped, and like we ain't chasing him in this. We'll get him. We'll get him when he come back. And that shit was crazy. That weather was crazy. Shout out to Mexico. Yeah, some places you get there, like when I got to Mexico, you could feel like the air. You get off the plane and it's like a different. The air is more dense or some shit. ATL. Hey, ATL, y'all some drug dealers out there. I went to a chicken spot. They had 2 Bentleys out there, and it was the owner. Like, what the fuck? Y'all ain't selling no regular chickens to be doing all that. How you the owner of the chicken it was like a small chicken shop, like a chicken place. Motherfuckers got Bentleys out there. I know y'all shit in there. Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and vows, back to the Mac and they jacking their clothes, adolescent packing it. Yeah. Y'all, the A be having it. They be having some money out there. Man, I went to that Bronner Brother hair show. There was so much ass. Why is there so much ass in the South? It's almost scary a little bit. You're like, damn. Like, had me like Big Worm on Friday when he was in the cupboard. I was like, come on, stop playing with me, Smokey. You're playing with my emotion. It was just Texas had it too. That Texas shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all eating. I told this girl, I was like, watch out. Oh, I thought someone was following you, but it was just your ass. It's just rotund. It's just gonna be like your shit just. You ever see, man, like Texas is like back, and then it's just bow. Oh, I'm like, okay. Nah, man, them Southern women be they be. I see. Man, damn. Let me stop. Y'all think I'm on some Bill Cosby shit? I would like to be the man down with the pudding if the man. Hey, y'all tripping. Oh, this is a good stream. Smash the like button. YouTube been hating lately. Not sending out notifications, but we just vibing out. Shout out to the channel members. We've just been riding out on these streams. All this talking about Texas memories in the heat got me parched. Don't y'all hate when kids be drinking? You ever see like little kids drink and they just be doing too much? Like when they're thirsty, like little kids be like like, bro, these little kids be doing too much when they be drinking. Like, have some juice or something. Like, this shit is not that good to be doing all that. like, like what the? Like you got rabies, motherfucker. Like, little kids be doing the fucking most with. Hey, give a little kid some man. I got dribble. My shit fucked up. Hold on. Give a little kid some juice or some shit. Them motherfuckers be acting like crackheads and shit. Like, like this shit is not that good to be doing. What the fuck you doing right now? You tripping? I'm glad I don't have no kids just for stupid shit like that. Like your kid on crack. Tyrone Biggums Jr. over here is tripping. You can have him back now. I like kids. Other people's kids, so I can give them back. Fuck away from me right now. Drinking hella crazy. Ego committed. Hey, y'all be trying me. Man, these new generation kids is the Antichrist. They get tired. Excuse me. They get tired before the adults. I mean, after the adults. Adults be tired as fuck. You know, the struggles of life. Like, damn, I'm tired. Fuck. Little kid be like, I'm not playing game. Like, damn, what's your bedtime? Little kid be staying up, like, they'll stay up till like 2 a.m. if you let them. Like, how you got this much energy? See, I miss old school parenting. They used to, my parents used to do slick shit. Like, yeah, you got that much energy, have a little bit of this. Like, what's that? Just drink it. Fucking some chloroform and NyQuil and shit. Oh, shit. Mom, what was that? Oh, nothing. Like, oh, shit. What's this, that quill? The nighttime sniffling stuffy. I'm getting a little sleepy. Your parents go for a drive around the block and shit. That worked for little kids. He said Benadryl. Hey, y'all some drug. Y'all, that's why these kids now is on their lean and Prozac and all this shit. Because their parents was giving them hellish shit. Oh, yeah, you gonna go to bed. They making them Bill Cosby concoctions. I would like to put the Quaalude with the NyQuil. Like, oh, shit, I'm tired all of a sudden. Mom, what the fuck? AJ ain't pulling up on no. See, you know what? That's the crazy. I'm glad someone brought that up. Let's get back to that. Anthony Joshua is 6'6", diesel, and you got welterweights who are like confronting each other. Like, this is the best of the best welterweights in Crawford and Spence, and they're showing up at mutual events with, you know, where it's likely the other person going to be there. Then they're both on camera confronting. You know, how cool would that be to see Wilder and AJ? And AJ do that, what Crawford and Spence did. Because we talking about a 6'7" talker, you know, lean, athletic dude, and a 6'6", you know, cock diesel motherfucker. But Joshua didn't even let Wilder in the ring, you know. And the fans in the video be mad at me. Oh, let's talk about it too. I watched the Alex Saucedo fight with Maurice Hooker. Very good stuff. Abel been catching some L's with his fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, has Abel won a major fight? Murat Gassiev lost to Usyk. Triple G lost to Canelo. Lost all his belts. Gassiev lost his belts. Saucedo just got knocked out by Maurice Hooker. I know there's someone else I'm forgetting. I remember Abel. Didn't he just have someone else fight on the World Boxing Super Series or some shit? Those emojis are just for the channel members. That's an exclusive perk. Sorry. You can't get the ego emojis. Oh, Ryan Martin. See, I knew it was on the World Boxing Super Series. See, that's what I'm saying. Murat Gassiev. Ryan Martin to Josh Taylor. Triple G, of course, and Canelo. And then now Alex Saucedo. And there might even be more. That's why I said I knew it was somebody on the World Boxing Super Series. Abel's having a pretty bad year. And, you know, coaches go through it. I remember Freddie Roach had a year where Cotto was losing and Pacquiao lost or something. But this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people get mad, but I don't give a fuck. I speak the truth. Like your boy Angel Garcia said, I speak the truth. I'm telling you what it is. Abel almost cursed himself because earlier this year he made a comment that he shouldn't have made, in my opinion. And he said black fighters fight in a style that is unpleasing. That's why they don't sell, basically, because they're running. And, you know, I've perfected the Mexican style and stuff like that. Now, I will tell you firsthand, there are a lot of talented fighters from around the world. I don't believe in Mexican style because I don't feel like if you're from Mexico or of Mexican or Mexican American heritage that you fight one type of way. Mikey Garcia is Mexican American, yet he does not fight like Miguel Vasquez, who's also Mexican. He does not fight like Moises Flores. Moises Flores is from Guadalajara, Mexico, as is Canelo. So they're from the same region, yet Moises Flores does not fight like Canelo, but they're from the same place. You know, Juan Manuel Marquez doesn't fight like Salido. They fought each other, but they don't fight. So I never personally subscribed to Mexican style. I always thought it was a gimmick because there is no Mexican style. There's no prototype for Mexican fighters. You know, you can stereotype, but there's no prototype. You know, you like, it's just stupid. And I told you guys that from the beginning. And see, once again, new fucking media. When I say it, go look at those old videos. Look at the comments. Once again, people were mad at me. We wait a few months, and now where are they? Where are those same people? The same people. I don't know if Sullivan Barrera was with Abel when he lost to Dimitri Bivol. Where are those same people that criticized me? You know, he was like, they were saying stuff like, I could pull it up right now. They were saying stuff, Abel has a point. Black fighters do fight boring. All right, cool. So not only are Abel, it's not like Ryan Blue Chip Martin is the only black fighter that Abel has that lost. You know what I'm saying? Guess who else lost? Alex Saucedo, Triple G, you know, different guys from different regions. You know, Abel Sanchez is kind of reminding me of Freddie Roach, like 2.0, in the sense of very outspoken interviews where he's, you know, saying some things that are perceived as radical, that kind of thing. And in addition to that, his fighters, a lot of his stable have the same MO, straightforward, very good offensively. But there, once that initial offense fails them, then what they got coming back? What do they have in the way of adjustments? What do they have in the way of like making some skillful changes? What do they have in the way of defense? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Abel Sanchez was training Carlos Cuadras and he lost too. This year. That was on that Superfly card. That was at the beginning of the year in like February. And then I think he failed a drug test or went into rehab too. But Abel Sanchez lost to McWilliams Arroyo, who Chocolatito beat. I was at that fight. It was on the Triple G Wade. You see how my memory works? Triple G fought Wade. Roman Chocolatito fought McWilliams Arroyo on that. Carlos Cuadras teamed up with Abel Sanchez for a couple fights or whatever. And he lost. That was this year. So Abel lost Ryan Blue Chip Martin, Carlos Cuadras, Alex Saucedo today, Triple G, of course, versus Canelo, and Murat Gassi. That's like at least 5 major stable fighters that lost. This is all true. This is like, see, it's not me picking on Abel. This is factual, historical information. Like, you go to everyone's box rec and see, this is the thing. This is the thing about it. If y'all want to hear the thing about it, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? We not playing no games. if y'all want to hear this additional point, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm about to drop some gems. This ain't a game. That's what I do full time. Thank y'all for the support, man. Y'all been helping me. The thing about it is, these aren't even really contested wins. I guess you could say Canelo versus Triple G, but that wasn't contested to me. Like, I thought Canelo definitely won. Triple G showed some life in rounds 8, 9, and 10, but beyond that, for the duration of 12 rounds, he convincingly lost to me. You know, so I don't even think that's one. But, you know, Blue Chip Martin got stopped. Alex Saucedo got stopped. Murat Gassiev did not get stopped. He's tough, young, but he got thoroughly, like a clinic. Usyk, you know, he could be fighter of the year right now. And that was one of the performances. He just laced Murat Gassiev's shoes. Carlos Cuadras clearly lost to Mick Williams Arroyo. So it's not even like debatable losses. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, I was at that fight. You can make an argument for either side. You know, it was a close fight. Kind of what do you like? The more single shots that are harder, or like the volume and you know, you can, but these fights weren't even like that. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Abel Sanchez, I don't think he did himself any favors when Canelo was supposed to fight Triple G. He criticized Canelo heavily. But Canelo is skilled. Canelo has fucking skill. Canelo, listen, Eddie Chepo. Shout out to the Reynosos. They're out there in San Diego teaching skill. They're teaching skill to Canelo. Like, I'm looking at clips of Ryan Garcia, who this could be one of the best moves that he's made in his young career, because sometimes fighters need to spruce things up a bit. And the shit that Eddie Reynoso has Ryan Garcia doing right now looks like it will be of benefit if he keeps that repetition, because before, Ryan Garcia that's my dude too. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. He's young, 19, 20, whatever. And he made a radical fan base out of doing garage videos and having a look, and, you know, then being promoted more and more by Wonderboy. But a lot of his garage workouts is like he's just working on speed, pure speed. You know, Eddie Reynoso's out here, slow it down. He's getting him to slow. Listen, you got to look at it like this. This is just my opinion. You go, oh, you're not a fighter, you're not a trainer, you don't know shit, whatever. Eddie Reynoso, to me, is of the thinking, he knows, like, you have God-gifted speed, that's not going anywhere. Ryan Garcia naturally looks fast, you know, or he's worked on speed throughout his career. That's not going anywhere, but you got to vary that speed. You get what I'm saying? So let's practice on the fundamentals so you could properly get that speed off. Canelo has deceptively quick hands, but it's not just about, it's about technique. You know, it's not just about like see how fast you can release. Maybe at times it is, but it's not just that, because people get a read if you throw everything one speed. It's just like a baseball game. If every pitch you're throwing your 91, 93 mile per hour fastball, somebody gonna hit that motherfucker out the park, and they could do it when bases are loaded, you know. And then that home run in boxing could be you getting knocked the fuck out or knocked down. So you don't want that. So Eddie Reynoso, I think he's doing the right thing. He's getting Ryan Garcia to slow down and work on you know, more like singles, like not necessarily throwing everything with loaded up conviction. Just, I've been around fighters and shit. Like Andre Ward, it's not one thing that he's doing in there. It's the culmination of everything he's doing. And more fighters need to realize that. It's the whole package. Andre Ward doesn't just fight one way. Floyd Mayweather doesn't just fight one way. Canelo doesn't just fight one way. You look at the same opponent, Gennady Golovkin, Canelo has 2 fights with him, and from fight 1 to fight 2, we've seen monumental changes in how Canelo attacked and approached the Golovkin fight. I was at the first fight. He's on the ropes, countering, picking off shots. Then in the second fight, he's totally aggressive, trying to drive his man back, taking whatever Golovkin can throw, walking him down, and being the more of the bully as a smaller guy. That is skill, because if you don't have skill, you're not going to make those types of major adjustments. Ruslan Provodnikov, love him to watch him, but he's not the most skilled guy. Every single fight, bow, 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 bow. And if you can't hurt him or some shit, he has the power to hurt you. So that's what makes it exciting. But he's not doing that. Like, when have you ever seen Ruslan Provodnikov fight off the ropes and be like, oh shit, you know, and then like evade shit and like check hook? You're not seeing that. You don't get that type of variety. So fighters got to understand, like, fighting for the crowd, all that bullshit. You know, even Oscar Valdez, shout out to him. I like Oscar Valdez, but his recent performances, he needed to go to the Reynosos. They're all entertaining performances, but he's not showing separation. Oscar Valdez is a 2-time Olympian. He is the only Mexican-American fighter to two-peat at the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. Even though he didn't have like a gold medal or nothing. He went to back-to-back games. But in his fight with Scott Quigg and that Filipino cat he fought, you wouldn't be able to tell, because the Filipino dude, I forgot his name, but it was on an ESPN card. I think it was on Jesse Hart versus Gilberto Ramirez card or some shit. Or it was an Arizona card, I remember. He fighting in his second home, Arizona. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to Nogales. But anyway, this dude is he's not no Pacquiao, the Filipino dude. He's not even a known name in the division. And the dude knocked Oscar Valdez down. And then he knocked the dude down. And he was in a war where it's like tooth and nail type of fight. He's a 2-time Olympian. This dude, who the fuck is it? Like, it's supposed to be separation, like levels. Like Terrence Crawford, you're not gonna see him in there with the guy like that, and then he don't really pull away. You know, by and large, we haven't seen that from him. So I think, and the same thing with Scott Quigg. The dude got a broken jaw from fighting Scott Quigg. I know Scott Quigg has power, but it's also how he chose to fight Scott Quigg. You know, from a boxing standpoint, he's clearly sharper than Scott Quigg. But Scott Quigg has power. And then Scott Quigg fights the same way. That's why his nose was broken. So it's cool. They're fighting in the rain, breaking each other's bones and noses and shit. That's fun for fans, but it's not fun for your career. And it's definitely not going to give you longevity. So when Abel Sanchez made that comment earlier this year about black fighters fight unpleasing, so this is why they don't sell, it sounded horrible then, and it sounds even worse now, because you're instilling whatever methods you have, and Terry Norris sounds like he can't talk, you know, so he's like, talking slow and shit. So yeah, that's cool. You gave him Mexican style, but he has early onset symptoms of Parkinson too, so that's also what he has. Alex Saucedo just got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not blaming everything on Abel Sanchez, because these fighters have to get it done too. But what I'm saying is that comment made no sense, and it makes even less sense now, because you're not even having a victorious year. Like, most of the major fights, Abel Sanchez, I feel like, has lost his bigger fights this year than won. And then the guy you're ridiculing made adjustments. Canelo made adjustments versus Triple G. He made adjustment. He fought the same guy, 2 different styles. That's boss. That's why Canelo's getting $365 million minimum. Skills pay the fucking bills, just like Floyd Mayweather. You know, Golovkin fought more or less how he fought Canelo in the first fight, but he fought him worse in the second fight to me. Through the entire, I think he did more and more rounds the first fight. That's why I gave him the first fight. You know, so that comment was, it looks even worse now for Abel Sanchez that he said that about black fighters, because a black fighter just took Alex Saucedo. Alex Saucedo might not be the same. We don't know, but he was taking a lot of unanswered punches. You know, a lot of unanswered punches. Ryan Martin froze up. You know, it's just like, I thought Canelo switched up 4 times altogether. Yeah, he probably did. I mean, but I just mean the major blueprint or whatever was totally different. Fighting off the ropes a lot more in the first fight and more so off the back foot and counterpunching versus his DNA in the rematch was to walk Golovkin down. That's skill, you know? And everyone keeps glorifying heart and toughness. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, a tough guy, tough guys don't last in the sport of boxing. Period. Name a tough guy that was 40 something and he wasn't just being brought in to get fucked up. I'm gonna say it again. Name a tough guy in the sport of boxing that fought on 40 Bernard Hopkins level ages, 40 to 50, that wasn't just being brought in as a stepping stone for younger fighters. I'll wait. You let me know. You probably can't even do it at like a 34, 35-year-old tough guy. And I'm talking about someone whose MO is just to be tough and show heart and have no defense and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Who? Name the fighter. That's not longevity. You don't get longevity from that. You get... Ricardo Mayorga got slept by Shane Mosley twice. What are you talking about? He got whooped in the MMA, and he got beat and stopped by Oscar De La Hoya. What does Mayorga have to do with anything? His most pertinent win is Vernon Forrest, rest in peace. And but he lost mostly every other major fight. Cotto. What are you talking about? What is Mayorga? I'm not talking Mayorga. I said, listen, y'all got to understand the question. You got to listen to the question. See, we talk about analytical boxing. You got to listen to the question. The question is not just name an older fighter who's still fighting. It's name somebody who's relevant that fights in that type of style that is successful at a later age fighting wars like that. That was the question. So like Brandon Rios, what did people ask people about Brandon Rios right now? And then I'm not trying to call out names and shit like that. I'm just saying that fighting style. Brandon Rios was undefeated and he showed a lot of promise. He had an amateur pedigree, and he was undefeated when he was like making John Murray's face fucked up, but then he started eating himself out of division. Orlando Salidos is stealing beer and he got knocked out. What do you guys do? You guys watch fucking boxing? The man got knocked out by Mickey Roman, who just got knocked out by Miguel Bercho, and Orlando Salido stealing beers, cervezas. So what does Salido have to do with anything? I said name somebody who's relevant right now that is fighting in a certain style at an advanced age and still relevant. How is Salido relevant when Mickey Roman, who just got knocked out himself, is fighting him and Salido is stealing beers? He beat Loma. Yeah, but it was Loma's second fight. He beat him, and he's not beating, like, he probably wouldn't beat Lomachenko now, and he's not relevant right now. What's Salido's last fight? Didn't he retire on the spot and then unretire? What are you talking about? You guys have to listen to the question because there's a message. And see, a lot of people, they want to just rush and answer the question without interpreting it, just to have an answer. And sometimes it's not about that. And sometimes what I'm asking is a rhetorical question. We all know the answer. Yeah, Loma, unfinished business, but Loma will probably beat Salido's ass right now, to be honest. Because he has the experience now and the youth on his side and moved up in weight. I don't think it'd be a good fight now. I mean, maybe it could. I don't know. But I'm not going to put my money with somebody who retired, who got whooped and stopped and then retired and then unretired over the guy looking like how Lomachenko's looking, stopping Lanadas to the body. That's just me. Jared Hurd is very young. I think he's like 26 or something. So he's not fighting in a style at an advanced age. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch Salido versus Lomachenko, but I think it should have happened already. See, like I said, a lot of y'all just reaching now. Bottom line is that style doesn't really give you longevity. Ruslan Provodnikov retired. Brandon Rios just got knocked out by Danny Garcia and is fighting Canelo's brother at a catchweight this weekend in Kansas. Mike Alvarado made a comeback, but he kind of disappeared for a while, and he's fighting a lower level of competition. Like most people wouldn't be able to name his last 4 fights. Meanwhile, when Mike Alvarado, who was much younger, fought Juan Manuel Marquez, who was 40, he got dominated. He did knock Marquez down, but Marquez also knocked him down and thoroughly outboxed him for most of the fight. Because Marquez has skill. Skill don't go nowhere. You know, toughness can go somewhere. You know, after so many wars and shit. But y'all can believe whatever. So anyway, I just think what Abel said was, the comment was unwarranted, and it's not a good look since his stable has been losing lately. The Vampire Stream. Yeah, I don't think, like, you're talking about black fighters fighting unpleasing. Okay, well, you're instilling whatever style in the fighters, and you're having a losing year. So, I mean, that's what's up. Skills pay the bills, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Skills pay the bills. You know, to be honest, that's why Canelo probably has more chance of success at 168 than Golovkin. Because he's at least going to be slippery, you know, dodging some shot. Golovkin just, he takes the shot. Man, no matter who you could think of who has a chin, if you have no defense, I promise you, I could think of somebody who hurt them. Julio Cesar Chavez, he got hurt and stopped by Costazoo and De La Hoya. Antonio Margarito got stopped by Shane Mosley. Now he's like struggling with guys that Kell Brook beat, like Carson Jones and shit. I'm telling you, y'all can believe whatever you want. But it's funny that when he made the comment and I made the videos giving my reaction, people got mad at me. But now we see, you know, Usyk has skill. Usyk is doing different things in there. Murat Gassiev has the power to lay Usyk out. But that don't matter if you can't lay him out. You can't connect the major shots, and you get discouraged and you become gun shy, and the other person is out swifting you, out maneuvering you, out thinking you, out punching you, outwitting you. It don't matter. It really doesn't. That's why I fuck with Usyk, man. That's why the Wilder Fury should be a good fight, because Wilder is an immense puncher, but technically Tyson Fury is the bigger guy. The thing is, I think Wilder does have more skill than people give him, and that's a heavyweight fight, and he has like true heavyweight power. So, you know, I'm not saying that there's one style that'll always win, because some people's kryptonite is the Mexican style, or guys who are just, you know, don't have defense and put a relentless pressure on with no defense because they don't give you enough time to think. So it depends. It depends on the fighter. But by and large and over time, that's not going to be beneficial. Like Alex Saucedo, like, it's funny to me, man. People call Floyd Mayweather all types of like names and bitches and stuff like that. But you've never seen Floyd Mayweather get punched repeatedly with flush ass shots like Alex Saucedo in rounds 6 and 7. You've never seen it. When Floyd was younger, when Floyd was early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, when he's 40, 41, you don't see him getting, you know, where his head just out the frame. Maurice Hooker he landed some detonating shit, like, wow, 1-2, 1-2, like, you just Clubber Lang. You know, and this is a fight where Saucedo was definitely in the fight. Alex Saucedo was definitely in the fight until and see, I think he might have punched himself out in round 5. You see? Bradley said he's walking straight through the front door. Look. He got hit with 3 of the same punches. 3. This is Abel Sanchez's fighter. Look. 1, 2, 3. Watch. 1, 2. Look. He getting teed off on. You know, nobody's meant for that. Nobody's head and skull and shit is meant to get teed off on like that. You gotta have some head movement and stuff. Like, because Maurice Hooker got dropped in the second round. But if you remain calm, stay the course, and you know, and see in round 5, Saucedo had a good onslaught. But you know, the beginning of the end, or like a bad sign, I guess you could say for me, was Saucedo was landing some shit. It looked like Hooker might be in trouble when he's on the ropes, like trying to cover up in round 5 at the end. But then at the end of round 5, you know, Hooker exploded, like bow, bow, and he started landing some hard shit. So I'm like, damn, why? Like, you know, people, it lessens your round, because that would have been like round 5 would have been like, wow, that was a tremendous round for Alex Saucedo. But then after you had that onslaught, which he's like deflecting and blocking some of it, and then you let him explode and rock your shit back like that, that's the last thing we remember in that round. So if you didn't give up those headshots because you had some head movement and a little bit more defense, then it would have just been a super dominant round for you. But you almost lessened the impact of your round. And then from wasting all that punches and energy, round 6, he was getting picked off, and he let Hooker land vicious shit. Then he gets dropped in the 7th round and then stopped, which was a rightful stop. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It's just a lot of wear and tear. And see, Saucedo, he fought this other dude, Leonardo something. I forgot his name. And it was like the war like that too. Everybody's face was all cut and bloody the fuck up and shit. That's cool, but, you know, you can't, you get scar tissue, all types of stuff. But, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, I mean, I would promote. And see, this is the other thing about, like, this is just my personal opinion about Abel Sanchez saying this Golovkin fights Mexican style and all that, right? Golovkin wouldn't fight Mexican style if he was in there with a tremendous puncher that was hurting him. I really don't feel that. Like, let's say Gilberto Ramirez started hurting him. I don't think he's going to out-Mexican Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be in, everybody, like, nobody's trying to get, like, it don't matter what warrior level you are. If you're hurt, you're doing whatever you can do to survive. That's just what it is. Or you're going to just get bing, bing, bing and get knocked out, go out the warrior way. But Antonio Margarito, he almost got stopped the round before Shane Mosley actually stopped him. He was right on the verge of getting stopped. And his face was on the ropes looking all crazy. I remember seeing the picture and shit. There's one picture on Google, and then Margarito's face, Shane Mosley putting his life into these punches. You know, that's just, it's not long term. That's not going to help you down the road. Dude was walking back and getting touched up. Yeah, you know, walking straight back, and, you know, you're hurt, tired, hurt. See, and that's the thing is, like, most people, everyone's going to get tired unless you, like, on PEDs and you got some kind of, Caleb Plant, that's my dude, but he got skills. Caleb Plant got mad skills. He got swag in there. Another skilled fighter. Zombie style. Triple G a low-key bum. No, he's not a bum, because you're not just gonna go in there and dog Triple G, or if you don't have no chin, you probably get destroyed by Triple G. He's not a bum. I mean, that's rude. But it just, styles make fights. See, this is why HBO went out of business. Boxing. Trying to over glorify the Gotti list and stuff. That's cool. You got to do what you got to do to win fights. You know, it is what it is. Some fights, someone just brings a war out of you. That's cool. I'm good with that. But when you just try to like that's like glorifying like street shit. Like, yeah, man, I sell drugs and shoot. Like, you got to do what you got to do to get by. Whatever. That's whatever. But when you start trying to brag about it, like, you know. It's just whatever. Anyway, I've been bumping my gums. I'm about to get out of here. The Vampire Stream. Let me know what you guys think. Good fights. I like seeing Crawford and Spence finally face to face. I was surprised that Spence, he looked a lot bigger in terms of mass and also height too. I didn't expect him to look like that much bigger, because I've been around both of them and next to them, but I'm taller than both, so I don't know. I guess I don't know. I didn't picture how they would look next to each other. But, yeah, there was a noticeable size advantage. But, again, skills pay the bills, so that's anybody's fight. They both got skills. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working. Thank you guys for the support. Crawford was wearing Timbs. Yeah, the air is fucked up out here. I'm about to get... thank you for reminding me. I got to order some respirators. All the stores, you can't buy no masks because they're sold out. Because no one was prepared for this. Because of the fires. So, you know. Shout out to y'all, man. Holla at me. The Vampire Stream.